Hi guys, Grant here from It's for Nerds podcast. Just doing a bit of a quick intro for our very first video, apart from the one that we did introducing the fact that we're on YouTube. But so I thought I'd get together. I did a video today because I actually went somewhere really cool, something that normally doesn't happen here in our hometown of Mackay. It's something that sort of popped up out of nowhere. It came up on my Facebook feed a few days ago. The people hosting this event posted it on my local comic book shop's Facebook site, and it popped up on my feed, and I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. I don't know anything about that. I might head along and check that out. So the thing I'm talking about today is I actually went down to Mackay Artspace, which is our local regional art gallery. And I know you're thinking, Robbo, you don't know stuff all about art. What are you doing going to an art place? And I would say, fuck you, but you're actually right. I don't know fuck all about art. But what I do know is what I like, and what I liked this time around was the subject matter. And it was, in actual fact, an old classic superhero, the Phantom. I'm not sure who decided to put this on or where it is, but apparently tours around. It's their turn to stop in Mackay, and it's basically just all art and pieces dedicated to the Phantom. So, being a big Phantom fan that I am, or I was when I was a child, I thought I'd go on and see what it's all about. It's actually really cool. It is all fancy sort of art and pieces and things that the more classically trained person in the field of art would probably understand a lot better than me. But it's the Phantom, and it was cool. So, if you don't know who the Phantom is, shame on you for a start. The Phantom's actually, he could arguably be the oldest superhero, costume superhero in the world, maybe. He was created in 1936 over in the States by Lee Falk, who at the time had also created Mandrake the Magician, one of his previous characters, and he decided, based off the success of that, he'd make another character, and he came up with the Phantom. He actually predates both Superman and Batman by a couple of years, so there's the argument for him being the first costume superhero. He doesn't actually have superpowers, he does use guns, but he's still a sort of Batman-ish sort of superhero, maybe? I don't know. If you're like me, you grew up with the Phantom comics a lot as a child. I've got really fond memories of going to our local show and buying the show bags, and back in the 90s it was all Phantom comics. If you were lucky, you actually got like an X-Men comic or something, which blew my mind, but most of the times it was Phantom and Mandrake the Magician comics. So it goes back to my childhood. I didn't really keep up with it too much into my later years. I did read them here and there. I should point out though that one of our good friends, Jamie Johnson, a local artist in Sydney, did a cover for the current series of the Phantom, which if you search Jamie Johnson Phantom, I guess, and art, or I'll put a link down below, you can actually find where he did one of the covers for the current series of the Phantom, if you're into checking out where the Phantom's up to at the moment. So I went along today, had a bit of a around. Big thanks to those people at Artspace who let me take the camera and drag my little 3-year-old kid around. She didn't really have much interest in it, but it was still a good time. We got to see a lot of things. It's actually exhibiting until I think it's the 22nd of January. So if you're in Mackay, there's still a bit of time. Go check it out. It's free. That's the best part. You can just go in, wander around, have a look at all the cool stuff. There's some art there by reasonably well-known people. Reg Bombassa, who, if you don't know, is, if you're not Australian especially, he's one of the former members of Mental as Anything, and probably best known in the art world as the creator of Mambo. So you can see his stuff in like department stores on t-shirts and stuff like that. So pretty well-known Australian artist, and also is his name Lurig? Lurig? I can't pronounce his name. I don't know, funny name. But he's got a pretty famous little cartoon called The Duck with a very distinct style. He did a couple of things for the show as well. So there's that. There's a whole bunch of other Phantom related things. I'll show you the video now. It's pretty much just video. I didn't do any audio because I did have the kid with me and she was yelling and screaming most of the time, so I just got to make it video only and I'll put a bit of music over it. But if you're in Mackay, get a chance, go check out the Phantom. It's at Artspace. Really cool. It's free. Good to see some regional sort of things that pertain to us geeky, nerdy people come to the town. Yes, it's fancy, it's fine art, but it's the Phantom. So go check it out.